Hi, I'm Sean Smith. Today we're going to take a look at a new listing in San Diego. This is a Beneteau Antares 11 coupe. Join me for a quick walkthrough and tour of the boat. The Antares 11 is a new model from Beneteau, and this is a very lightly used 2022 boat that is currently available in San Diego. This boat is pretty loaded from the factory, but also has some great aftermarket additions. We added this black mesh to the exterior of the windshield, and then Sunbrella sun pad cover, which covers up the sun pad, and bimini up on the bow. Really nice place to lay out, read, and also you can get out of the sun, which is pretty nice. At the transom here, we have twin Mercury 300 horsepower Verados and extended swim platforms on either side, which were spec'd with the teak wood. Really great feature on the Antares 11 is on the starboard side, you have a drop-down swim platform. You can see extended here, which creates a nice extension of the cockpit space, and there are also stanchions to connect into this area right here, so you can have nice lifeline gates around that area as well. Stepping aboard, we'll take a look at this little area here. There is a swim shower inside this pillar, as well as a diesel fill for the generator on the boat, and then a gasoline fill for one of the two gasoline tanks for the outboard engines, and then also a water intake here. So if you're at a dock, you can plug in and have fresh water directly from the dock. The design of this boat is asymmetric, so you got this nice wide path on the starboard side that also has a boarding door to go into the helm station, and then you have a door on the starboard side that enters the boat. We'll take a look at that helm station in just a minute. Stepping back onto the boat, point out a couple features aft here, where you have this cockpit table that opens up to create a nice dining area, but also provides a good handhold when you're underway, and a couple of cup holders. And then there are two locations, so if you're using it in the dining position, bringing it back along this bench is ideal. This aft bench does slide forward when the engines are up, but when you're using the boat underway, you can bring it back and lock it into position with a little latch here, and then there's another one on the port side as well. But this whole bench slides forward and aft on a Harken track, which is a really solid system. So you can see, to bring it forward and lock it into place, you can bring the outboard engines up. It also provides really nice access to, when the engines are up, rinse water through the engines. It's nice to walk across that transom when you need it, but then when you want space in the cockpit, you have a really large amount of space, especially for this size boat. Super comfortable. This little switch here brings the gate on the starboard side up, so you have an audible alarm letting you know it's in motion. This is an option from the factory to have it electric, which I think is a really, really good idea. So you can bring it in and lock these little gates into place, so that way the stainless steel, it's nice and secure when you're underway, and you have a handrail up top. Really great feature here in this cockpit as well, which is optional, is this sliding bimini top here. So you just press a button inside to open up and get more sunshine in the cockpit, or when it's closed, this is all shaded, nice and comfortable. And on top, we have a Garmin radar, VHF antenna, a couple of custom flag mounts aft, as well as a Glomex TV antenna, and your horn, as well as your nav light. The cockpit here has sliding doors, which recess all the way to the starboard side, which is really nice to put away the boat. Sliding them and closing up the boat makes that really easy, but also when it's all opened up, the interior seating can be extended to the aft seating by way of this little filler cushion here. I think that's really, really smart to blend the entertaining space. You have two folding tables. This table can be opened up to make a larger dining area, or you can drop it down if you needed an additional berth. There are 2 berths down below, but you could sleep 6 if you needed to. I'll pan across here. See just the size of all these windows. And then off to the starboard side, this is our linear galley. We also have a TV mounted aft. And optional from the factory are these additional storage cupboards up above. Nice to have additional storage. You have soft close drawers here, a waste bin and some storage. Forward of that is a refrigerator with a little freezer on top. And then also a microwave underneath the sink. This is a really clean design. So you have lots of counter space if you need it, but then you also get the 2-burner electric Kenyan stovetop and stainless steel sink. It's really elegant. Just forward is our Helm station. In this boat, we spec'd it with the larger Garmin multifunction display. There are 2 options from the factory, and you have the larger display on this boat. It's a really clean setup. You can get engine data on there really fast, and a really nice setup from Garmin. Inboard is a zip wake trim tab system, automatic trim tabs. You can get the boat with the automatic or a standard trim tab. I think the automatic is really smart. Then you have your spotlight control, DC breakers for electronics, water pump, lights including underwater lights, which this boat has, and then also a windshield washer and wiper. Fusion stereo control down below, and then bow thruster on this boat. Outboard are your throttle controls, and then joystick, which is an option. This is really, really nice for docking. The engines are going to move independently to let you push the boat directly to the side or spin the boat. It makes docking incredibly simple. You also have lighting and your anchor windlass control below the Mercury display for the engines when those are running. The helm seat is pretty nice here. You have a Beneteau logo embroidered in, a flip-up bolster, and then the seat also slides forward and aft. And underneath is more storage with a bar at the bottom. You can see here from the helm, getting to this boarding door. If you're by yourself, you can simply open that door, dock the boat, and walk right off and tie it up. Makes short-handed cruising very simple. And before we walk down, I'll mention this. A seat back right now, which is in a comfortable position, flips back. So when you have it flipped up, it creates additional seating that's forward facing. So if you're driving the boat, you can have a couple of guests sitting forward with you while you're underway. Now we'll take just these 2 steps down into the boat, and we'll start in the forward master cabin, which has beautiful yacht bedding and a custom mattress maker's mattress, and then also custom carpet from Sanchez Carpet in San Diego. There's very big windows and indirect LED lighting surrounding this master cabin, and a couple steps on either side, so it's easy for 2 people to get in and out of bed. Forward on the bulkhead is a TV and air conditioning control. It's 72 right now. It's a warm day in San Diego, so we've got the air conditioning running. You've got a hanging locker here. You've got multiple storage cabinets up above, an overhead hatch that opens up, and then access into the head. This is pretty nice here. You can lock this door if you'd like, so it's more of a private head, and enter in from this hallway. You've got an electric Jabsco toilet with a holding tank gauge, and then a beautiful bowl sink, which has a custom-made extension on the top. So if you need a little bit of counter space when you're getting ready, It's really nice. And then electrical outlet, as well as a spacious shower that's aft, so it's separate with a big door, and it's about 6'5" in here, so pretty big shower, and a seat inside. Just aft of the head is the guest cabin, which has a large berth that goes underneath the cockpit floor. So lower headroom in here, but you get a really spacious bed, USB port over there, and lights, electrical, really comfortable aft cabin. And you can sit on this bench over here where we have the life vest stored. The boat does come with all the Coast Guard required safety equipment. You've got another hanging locker for your guest cabin, and then across from the head and guest cabin, you have this storage area and pantry. So from the Beneteau factory, you can spec an additional refrigerator here. So you have plenty of refrigeration for weekend or even longer range cruising. The boat was spec'd with the generator, so you can switch over to your Panda generator, use the air conditioning in-house from the generator or shore power. And then this boat was upgraded with a Victron battery monitor. And then forward to that is a pantry type storage, and this is pretty cool too. You have easy access to the back of the electronics at the helm. It's a really nice design. Last thing I want to point out is all this ceiling with ocean air shades, so you can get a lot of light into this boat or block it out. It's a really sunny and warm day in San Diego now, so we've got it closed up. But the forward ones also open up, so I can use this as a skylight or a full opening roof and get a lot of air coming through the boat. It's a really nice design from the Beneteau team. Thank you for joining me on this quick tour of the Beneteau Antares 11 that's available right now in San Diego. If you're interested in this boat, reach out right away. I look forward to talking to you real soon.